guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is me testing out the Colourpop Pretty Fresh foundation. So recently I did a Colourpop haul on my channel. I will link that down below if you're interested in watching it. And I picked up the Pretty Fresh foundation, which I haven't tried before. It says it's a hyaluronic hydrating foundation. Mine is in the shade Fair 15W. So we shall see if it's the right shade. It looked like the best shade on the website, but obviously you never know until you actually try. And I'm also testing out the matching concealers. So these are the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealers, and I have the shades Fair 10N and Fair 15. So I don't know which one's going to be better, so we will try those as well. So yeah, let's just get started. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to prime my face using my Barry M Flawless Hydro Fix Primer Water. And that's the only primer I'm going to use, because when I do foundation reviews on my channel, I only ever use a primer water just to see how the foundation performs on its own. Okay, so now I'm going in with the foundation, and like I said, I have the shade Fair 15W. So it is a pump foundation, and I'm going to be using my It Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Flawless Foundation Brush. Okay, so I'm doing 2 pumps and we'll see how that goes. Okay, so I'm going to need some more. Okay, so I've done 2 layers really, and I wouldn't say it's full coverage at all. It doesn't claim to be, but I just thought it'd be a bit more full coverage. I'd say medium coverage, but other than that, I like the way it looks on my skin. I think the colour match is perfect. I just kind of wanted a little bit more coverage, but we can make it work, and I'm going to put the concealer on, which will add coverage anyway. Okay, so now for concealer, I'm thinking that this shade would probably be better. It's Fair 10N, so we'll give it a try, but I may need the other one as well. We'll see. I may need to darken that with a little bit of the other one, but we'll see. So I'm using my Real Techniques contour brush to blend that in. Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to mix in a little bit of Fair 15 as well, just to make it look less white. Just a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to set my face first of all, just because I don't want my concealer to crease or anything, and then I'll come back. Okay, so now I'm all set with powder, so now I can really judge how my face looks, and I'm actually really liking the way it looks. So the foundation, I love how that looks on my skin. It's kind of like a natural foundation, but it still has that medium coverage in it. And I think the concealers need to be mixed together for me to get my perfect shade. I found that with the No Filter concealers as well by Colourpop. I couldn't get my perfect shade with just one colour. I had to mix 2, and it's the same for these as well, which is fine. And I think that gives me the perfect shade of concealer as well. I also like the coverage that the concealer is given. It's giving me a nice full coverage. You can't see my dark circles, and I think my face looks natural, but it also has that coverage on there as well that I needed. So I'm actually really liking the way it's looking so far. So now I'm just going to finish up the rest of my face makeup off camera, and then I'll come back to give you some of my thoughts. Okay, so I finished up the rest of my makeup, and I've been looking at my face, and I love the way the foundation looks on my skin. It just looks so natural, but it also gives me that coverage that I need. I just love the way it looks on my skin. Perfect match, perfect shade for me. So far, as a first impression, the foundation gets a thumbs up. I like the concealer, but it is looking a little dry. I don't know if that's just because my skin was quite dry anyway. Normally I'd have a primer on my face or something anyway beforehand. But underneath my eyes it looks slightly cracked, slightly dry. Not cracked, creased. Which happened with the last Colourpop concealer as well, the No Filter one. So I don't know if that's just a general theme for the formula of concealers by Colourpop, but it is a little bit dry, but nothing major, and if I had a primer on you wouldn't even notice. So, and I'm only noticing that because I'm looking close up at my face. But other than that, I like the colours on the concealer. It's nice and full coverage. It was easy to blend. So far it does get a thumbs up, because normally I'd have a primer on with it anyway. So like normal with my foundation reviews, now I'm going to check back in with you after 2 hours, 6 hours and then 8 hours to see how the foundation and the concealer is looking throughout the day. So I will be giving regular checkups and updates just to let you know, but so far it all gets a thumbs up. So far so good. So, and I think that the foundation, what was that, like $10 maybe, $11, and I think the concealers are $8. So really, really affordable from Colourpop as well. So yeah, I will check back in with you in 2 hours time to see how it's looking then. So see you then. Hey guys, so it's been 2 hours now since I first put on the foundation and the concealers. So I just looked in the mirror and I can't notice much change other than the concealer has slightly creased. And that's the only difference that I've noticed. Everything else is looking exactly the same. But like I said, with the no filter concealers as well, they used to crease. So I expected the Pretty Fresh concealers to crease a little bit as well. And it's nothing major, it's just a little bit. So I'm not too concerned. So now I will wait another 4 hours, which would be 6 hours since I first put the foundation on, to see how it's looking then. So I'll see you then. Okay, so it's been 6 hours now wearing the foundation and the concealers. And I just had a quick look in the mirror, and the only difference I can see is that I'm slightly oily in my T-zone, which happens with most foundations, but this foundation is a dewy hydrating foundation anyway, so I was kind of expecting that. But other than that, it all looks exactly the same. It still looks really good on my face. The only part really that I would say needs touching up with powder is my nose. But other than that, we're all good. So we leave it on for another few hours and we will see how it's looking then. But so far so good, so see you then. Okay, so it's my final check-in. I've worn the foundation for nearly 8 hours now, and it hasn't really changed much from my last check-in. The only difference is I've gone a little bit more oily on my nose. But other than that, I love the way the foundation looks on my skin. It looks so natural, really comfortable to wear. It hasn't gone cakey, and I actually like how the concealer's looking as well. It's not too creased. It's okay, and I actually like the way it looks, and because it gives me so much full coverage, I'm still going to wear it in the future. But I would say that with this foundation, to maybe use a matte primer and a matte setting spray with it, just because it is more of a hydrating foundation and I do have oily skin and I need a lot more powder on my nose as well. So overall, I'm really impressed with this foundation. I really like it, and the same for the concealer. So it gets a thumbs up from me. Okay, so that completes my Colourpop Pretty Fresh foundation and concealer review. I hope that you liked this video and found it helpful. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up down below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're not already, so you can see all my other videos. And thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!